Hi everybody, my name is Sally Farrell. I'm a broker with eXp Realty in Bellingham, Washington, and I'm a team lead with the Burgon Farrell team. And the reason I'm making this video is I wanted to share a little bit about eXp. I want to share the model and our story in case you have heard about eXp and wanted some more information, or in case you've heard about eXp and wanted to poke some holes in it and find out what it was really all about, or if you've never heard about us. So this is a video for my fellow realtors. It is for people who might be considering becoming a realtor and are going to be faced with making the choice of which brokerage you want to work with. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you and just kind of go through these slides as best I can, as quickly as I can. So these are just our corporate slides. What we'll cover is who we are, our business model, eXp World, the virtual world that we work in, eXp Solutions, those are the tools that are provided to us, and joining eXp, what it's all about. So who we are. So this is Glenn Sanford. He is our founder. So he was a realtor here in Bellingham, Washington. He started as a realtor in 2002. Before that, he worked with internet startups. He has a lot of in-depth knowledge and worked early on in how to bring referrals into businesses, how to grow businesses on the internet. And so he brought that knowledge to the real estate industry. And by his fourth year, he and his team had closed $60 million in transactions by connecting with consumers online. That is a lot. So in 2008, we had the big real estate crash, and a lot of our fellow realtors really had a difficult time with that because there was no safety net. Once your commission is cut off, your income is cut off. And Glenn believed that brokers who do the heavy lifting in real estate and deserve the benefits of being shareholders in their company, and that their income should be based on their level of contribution, and that there should be a safety net for those of us who rely on a commission-based income. So in 2009, he started eXp Realty, and he created the first cloud-based brokerage. Okay, so I'm going to stop here just a second just to tell you why I am with eXp Realty and kind of how that happened. I had been working in the real estate industry for about 9 years, I suppose, at that time. I was with a really big brokerage. They took really good care of me. I loved my broker. But at the time, I didn't really know I was considering moving to a different brokerage. But I had a niggling, uncomfortable feeling about how quickly the real estate industry was changing, how technology was moving us forward, and how the company I was with and a lot of other big companies just weren't moving forward with it. For example, right before I left our office, they put in a whole new phone system. Well, we weren't even using telephones, right? We were all using our cell phones, and fewer people were even showing up to work at the office because you just didn't have to. So I just felt like there should be something different. There should be a different way to do this. And so a friend of mine introduced me to eXp Realty. So this person is someone I really trusted. I thought of her as a mentor. I still do. She presented the model to me for this really pretty small company at the time that was really pretty experimental, and she described it to me, and I made my decision within 5 minutes. Like, why not? Why not try out something that's exciting and new and disruptive and innovative? I can always go back and work for a regular model if this doesn't work out. Why not? So I joined eXp 4.5 years ago. 800 people were in the company at the time, and I thought that was amazing. And fast forward, now there's 32,000 agents in eXp, and we're expanding across the globe. So it's been a great ride, and I have no regrets at all. It's been great. So I'm going to go back to share my screen. And okay, so here's a timeline. In 2009 they started. By 2011, they were already getting some recognition for the innovative work that they were doing and how quickly they were growing. And in 2013, they reached one of their goals of being able to trade stock and being able to share that stock with their agents. That was a big goal for the company. But by late 2017, we went from the penny stocks to being traded on the NASDAQ. I don't know a lot about stocks and things like that, but I know that that was a really big deal, that not many companies get to do that. So that was a big moment for us. Since then, we've been traded on the NASDAQ, and of course, all of the agents in our company benefit from that. So, then there's other things here that show how the company has launched in Canada. We tripled our agent count in a single year, on and on. So it's been a great ride. So just to show you a bit about that explosive growth, I started at the beginning of 2016. As you can see, it was still pretty small, and kaboom, we just blew up. And it was really fun being part of that rocket ride, building the rocket as we were launched into space. And seeing it grow throughout the United States, seven provinces in Canada, and now in England and Australia. There's more to come. So one of the problems with growing really quickly, and there were quite a few problems. I mean, they tried a lot of different things, but because they're really agile, they were able to try things. If they didn't work, trash them, try something else, right? But one of the difficult things about growing is you start out with a very cohesive group of people. You feel like a real family. There's a lot of collaboration, and so they wanted to figure out, how can we keep this feeling going? How can we keep this collaborative, everybody's voice counts feeling as we grow? And so one of the things they came up with were these core values. And so the core values are used every time they make a big decision with a company. They weigh it against these core values, and I think that's pretty impressive. So our business model, how does it work? So we've been called a disruptive company. Netflix is a disruptive company. Amazon's a disruptive company. They did things very differently. So, the Netflix, now that we have Netflix, the brick and mortar locations for Blockbuster were no longer necessary. We have Amazon, so, things like Circuit City weren't necessary anymore. Those brick and mortar locations just couldn't compete. And so EXP is very similar in that we have no brick and mortar. We have no buildings. We have no offices. I'm here in Bellingham. This is the corporate headquarters for EXP is here in Bellingham. And so when I meet other EXP agents, they always ask me, what's it like? What's the corporate headquarters like? And I'm like, I don't know. We don't have one. It's all virtual. And so that makes it very agile and can change very quickly. So, and it saves the company tons of money. So with that, a typical franchise, you have a lot of costly overhead, so that they have to charge desk fees and franchise fees and that sort of thing to keep the company going. They have to charge the agents fees to keep the doors open for these brick and mortar offices. It's also locally confined. Oh, sorry. So it's locally confined, so they can only do really business in that area that they're located. Inconsistent growth incentives, because they have such costly overhead, you can't always rely on what your incentives might be, and limited technology and support, because it's really difficult to provide support to all these different locations. EXP is different. We work in a cloud environment. We work in a cloud campus. We have live training in that campus. We all have avatars. We go into these rooms and we have training with live people who are actually on the other side of their avatar. And we have over 50 hours of training every week. We have real-time support that I love, because I really need support. And I know it's there every day. If I need to go into the EXP world and ask a question, there's someone there who will have an answer for me. International collaboration. Because of the way we're set up, because of the way we are connected, we can ask questions of people all over the world, really, at this point. How they do things, if we need referrals, just there's a lot of communication and collaboration, and powerful equity opportunities. Because we have no brick and mortar, our money goes back into creating better technology for the company, but it also goes back into paying stocks to the agents. You can earn stocks and revenue share. So I'll talk a little bit about that. So in EXP as an agent, you not only earn commission, you can also earn revenue share, residual income, and develop a stock portfolio with our company stock. So the cloud campus, like I said before, there's no desk fees. You can work from anywhere. Cuts the overhead costs. Oops. Yep, so it's less expensive, so we can invest in agent support and technology, and again, instant access to training and support. So here's a picture of an old calendar. We have a lot more classes now. There's more than 50 hours of live training in every week. And so every day you can go in and take a class in something. Sales and listings, social media, almost anything that an agent needs, there will be a class on in EXP. And of course, classes to teach you how to use the tools that they provide, which is really great. And then real-time support. Again, this is something I really love. We have transaction specialists who help us. We have support teams available online. Like I said, there's always someone who is available during the weekday to help you with a question. Again, international collaboration. We can host and participate in online gatherings. Sometimes we have parties. We get to meet each other. It's a really fantastic opportunity to create a referral network, which is really important for real estate agents. So equity opportunities. So like I said, each agent has an opportunity to earn stock and to purchase stock in EXP at a discount, okay? So the equity plan is the award system that we have. So you earn shares just closing your first transaction every year. You earn shares when you fully cap every year, when you've paid in your full cap. You earn shares when you have an agent who you sponsor into the company when they have their first transaction. So you can see this can really add up the number of stock in your portfolio. I'm going to drop down to the second one, the third one here, agent equity program. So every agent has an opportunity. You can opt out if you want, but every agent has an opportunity to be paid 5% of their commission in stock at a 10% discount. Now I can tell you right now our stock is going crazy bananas. So it's a very exciting time, but stocks go up and down. But the cool thing about this is being able to purchase that stock at that 10% discount. So you're already ahead of the game, right? So the Icon Agent Award is something I think is truly special. A lot of companies for their top performing agents, I've never been a huge top performing agent, so I don't really know what other companies do for their top performing agents, but from my experience, it's been, a plaque, or you get your name read at the Christmas party, or, a piece of paper or something like that. But one of the most important things that Glenn wanted to do was to have a really meaningful payback for the agents that really were good producers, that built the company. So if you reach certain markers as an agent, you can earn, we have a $16,000 cap, you can earn that cap back, $16,000 back in stock by reaching certain production goals. And they're not huge production goals. We can talk about that a little bit later. And a lot of people actually get to do this. So it's a really, like I said, it's a super meaningful, important, I think, reason why that we have a lot of top producers that are joining EXP now, because they see that is so valuable. So another thing, that we are a publicly traded company, so we do have a board of directors. And a few years back, it was decided that we needed a voice of the agents to be a liaison between the board of directors, the company leadership, and the agents themselves. And that has been a really huge thing. This is another reason why when they try to implement something that the agents just don't like or is just not working, they hear about it pretty quickly, because the agent advisory council is keeping their eye on this sort of thing, their ear on this sort of thing. And so if implement something that we don't like or we're confused by or whatever, they'll either explain it to us so we understand it, or they will just do away with it and try something else. So, and that it does happen pretty quickly. So that's great. So as we move forward, we're just perfecting things and perfecting things together. So the revenue share plan, this is probably something, if you've heard about EXP, you've probably heard about the fact that we do try to attract other agents into the company. We don't have recruiters. We are all voices for the company. So instead of hiring recruiters to go out and find people to work for the company, we sort of do it organically. Like, I'm very excited about the company that I work for. I want to share it with other people, and I want to, when those people come and join our company, I want to be there to support them to make sure that they are successful, because their success is my success, right? And my success is somebody else's success. So it's a really fantastic relationship that we all have. So anyway, so the revenue share plan just means that we have, if you bring someone into the company, we have a set plan that is based on the agent's gross commission. You get a certain percentage of that agent that you bring into the company. You get a certain percentage of their commission every time they close until they cap, right? So you always know what it's going to be. Like if you had one person come into the company under you and you sponsored them, you would get 3.5% of their commission every time, without question, until they cap. Period. No monkeying with it. So this is just a little bit about that. This is a chart. We won't get too deep in the weeds here, but again, first line, first people that you bring on in your first level, you get 3.5%. And what they bring in, if you have bring in 5 people and you have 5 producers in your front line, then you can unlock a second level and you get 3.8% of the people in the second level that your first line brings in. So it's a 7-level system, and you can see here, and like I said, if you want to talk more about this, we can talk more about this, but, I'm gonna go back. Sorry about that. There we go. But as you can see, some people are making bank with this. I mean, 4.5% of your 7th tier, if you get to that, that's just amazing. So again, I really appreciate it because it's something I can rely on. I support the people that I bring into the company, and I am compensated for that. I can't ask for anything more. So this is our EXP world. We don't have some really great pictures on here, but it is a cloud campus environment. So there are offices. Our state broker has an office and office hours. You can take your little avatar in there and talk to them. And then there are big classrooms where they have large meetings. There are small meeting rooms. There's just all kinds of different environments that you can use in EXP world to meet and have classes and meetings and parties. And there's just a few more pictures of that. And I'd be happy if you wanted to use the EXP world. If you wanted to create your own avatar, go in there, walk around, take classes, they welcome that. Just let me know and I can send you a link and you can make your own avatar and get into EXP world and take all the classes you want. They really do welcome that. One of the cool things about, I'm not reading what they're saying here, but one of the cool things about the EXP world, it was created by Verbella and it was created for EXP. And over the years, it's been developed and fine-tuned just for our purposes, right? And so just a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, we purchased Verbella. And so now we have the opportunity to sell this platform to other agencies, organizations, companies, and that's going really, really well. And I think that there's some military applications to it. I know that there are some universities that are using it. School districts are looking at this right now. A lot of different companies are using it for training. So it's just another facet of EXP at this point. So EXP Solutions, so this is all about our tools. So one of the things they do provide at EXP is healthcare insurance. Unfortunately, there are 2 or 3 states that do not allow this sort of healthcare, and Washington State is one of them. So I don't know a lot about it. If you want to know, if you're not in Washington State and you want to know more about our healthcare plan, please reach out to me and we'll get you hooked up. But they're one of the first companies that real estate companies that provided a healthcare opportunity for their agents. So that was a very exciting moment when they actually announced that. And then we found out in Washington we couldn't use it, but that's okay, maybe later. So eXp Solutions, here are some of the other tools. eXp Enterprise is our dashboard. We go in for pretty much everything. It's just a one-stop shop, one login. And then there's SkySlope is our transaction management. And again, I think sometimes I've heard that people think we don't have support for that. We absolutely have a transaction manager to help us with SkySlope with our transactions. So again, we get a lot of support. So Workplace by Facebook, and I'll show you this a little bit, but it's a Facebook-based platform for communication, and we get a lot of use out of that, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. CRM and Lead Generation, we are provided with a free KV Core, and that also comes with a website, which is really great, a customizable website, and then branding and marketing. And I think there's a little bit more information here. Okay, so this is Enterprise. This is our one-stop, one login shop. You can view all of your, if you can see over here on the side in the dark blue, this is all of your agent details about your business, your profile, your transactions. You can keep track of the people that you bring into the company, see how your revenue share is going. You can check your stocks from here. You can use the agent directory to find other agents. It goes deep. And then it also has a dashboard here to go into all of the different websites that we use. So it makes it really easy. SkySlope, transaction management, we help you with that. Workplace by Facebook, a little bit more about that. You can set up pages. You can, communicate with people all over eXp. If you have a niche that you're interested in, I'm sure there's probably somebody else who's also interested in it, and they probably already set up a page to share information about that. But you can broadcast live videos, you can view past recorded videos of meetings or trainings. It's huge. So the CRM, like I said, is KV Core. And if you purchase KV Core on your own, I think you can get it for $300 a month, but it's somewhere between $300 and $500 a month. And for us, it's just part of the package. It is a very powerful contact management and lead generation program. But like I said, we also have a website, so you can have leads come through your website, be funneled into KV Core, managed in KV Core. It's a really nice closed system that works really, really well. Marketing and branding. So if you're new to the business or new to eXp and you don't have cards and you don't have signs and all that sort of stuff, it's all here for you. If you don't have a listing presentation, there are listing presentations, there are flyers. I mean, just whatever you might need for branding, either for print branding or online branding, it's all here. And then because we're so big now, we have some preferred partners that we work with. Some companies we've created affiliated business relationships with in order to pass savings along to the agents and our clients. And some companies we have just outright acquired as part of eXp. So joining eXp. So really everyone is talking about it, especially today. Today was a big day. They announced our second quarter earnings, and we've had the biggest quarter of eXp's history, even through this pandemic and COVID-19. And they also just announced our expansion into those other new countries, the 6 new countries. So it's a big day for us right now, but people are talking about us in just the way that we've been growing, the way that we have zero infrastructure, but still are able to provide support and to do such a great job for our clients. It's just really, really catching on. So here's probably what you wanted to know. How much does it cost to join eXp? So our commission split is an 80-20 split. And again, that's 80% 80% to you and 20% to the company until you pay in $16,000. Now remember that 20%, that gets shared with other agents. The agents that have either sponsored you or the agents that have sponsored the person that sponsored that person, but it does get distributed to other agents. They are really careful about keeping that 20%, paying only 50% out to agents and keeping 50% to run the company and to grow the company. So it's always balanced. That's always in balance. So an 80-20 split until you pay $16,000, and once you pay $16,000, then it goes to 100%. It's all your commission, except for a $250 transaction fee. Startup costs, it costs $149 to join EXP, and then $85 a month. That's it. For KV Core, for your online classes, for everything that I've showed you, it's $85 a month. No brokerage fees, well, that's the brokerage fee. No franchise fees, no desk fees, no hidden costs. There's a $25 broker review on each transaction, and then a $40 risk management fee on each transaction. That is your E&O insurance, and that E&O insurance caps at $500. So once you pay $500, then you stop. So that's it. And then production. Okay, so this also I think is a really important thing to keep in mind. Production at EXP. So that's another thing we hear, that all you do is attract, you don't sell real estate. Well, that's cuckoo bananas, because in 2019, EXP was ranked #1 in closed transaction size in 2019 for independent brokerages. We were also #1 in the largest increase in closed size from 2018 to 2019. Ranked the largest increase in percentage for closed sales from 2018 to 2019. #5 in agent count. Ranked #7 in sales volume. We're not doing too shabby. We have a lot of top producers in EXP in other states. A lot of people who could probably go anywhere, but chosen EXP because they really see it as the best thing for their agents and their futures. Become a shareholder. So if you really want to join EXP right now, you're so excited, you're so pumped up, I can help you with that. I'm going to put the link to our application and more information down below here. I'm also going to put the link to if you want to get into EXP world, I can help you with that too. So I'll put a link here for that. But if you're not quite ready to make that leap and you do want to talk about it, if you want to tell me that everything I've said here is wrong, let's talk about that. If you have a brokerage that you work for that you think is a lot better and has a better plan, I'd love to hear about that. I love to learn more about what other brokerages are doing and what other people are doing and why they're doing it. Yeah, let's talk. So again, this is Sally Farrell. My number is 360-393-7339 if you want to give me a call. My email is sally@sallyfarrell.com. I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.